Well, good morning, everyone. It is Monday, the start of a new week. It is August the 4th, 2025, and I'm about now to record another theory. I think this is the 32nd or 33rd theory of 50. These are part of a compendium of theories, all of which appear or will appear on my YouTube channel. If you would like to hear any of my theories, one can do so by subscribing to the channel, and that can be done by hitting that right-hand subscribe button at the right-hand corner of each of the theories that is viewed. All right. Today I would like to ask the question, is there a fantasy or a daydream, perhaps, that's common to most everyone? My answer to this question is yes. I do believe there is most likely a daydream or a fantasy that nearly all people have periodically in their life. What's my life experience that informs me of this? Well, the question is almost rhetorical, but there are individuals, I think one has to acknowledge that there are people that for whatever reason, difficult to explain, create such havoc in people's lives. Attila the Hun is an example, perhaps one could think of, or Hitler or Stalin, etc. These people create such injury that the world would be better off without them. Is that a question that could be asked? For example, and assuming that the answer is yes, that is a reasonable question to be asked. A collective then question for humanity might be, is there a sacrifice that would justify an exchange for rendering this sort of individual irrelevant? Could their behavior be rendered mute by having some sacrifice employed that would be a benefit to humanity in such a case? Well, my answer is in the affirmative, and I would be willing to bet that the answer to that question would be the same for many others as well. What are two quotes that seem to put a stamp of emphasis to my opinion to this question? The first is by Samuel Richardson. Oh, how can wicked men seem so steady and untouched with such black heart, while poor innocents stand like malefactors before them. And the second is by Vasily Grossman. He said, there are people whose souls have just withered, people who are willing to go along with anything evil, anything so as not to be suspected or disagreeing with whoever is in power. Fortunately, I believe, and this is an ending comment of mine, fortunately, there are fewer people than that, I think, than otherwise. All right, all. Have a good week. Bye now.